Hello everyone. So I found this video several months back and it really ground my gears. This girl, I couldn't even listen to the whole thing because of her voice. It was just so freaking condescending. Oops, sorry. Seeing all my subscriptions.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome.
Pause that. Can you hear that? Okay, let's give you a little more of a listen.
To another car chat, right? Welcome to another car chat video. I've just finished the gym. I trained upper body today. Whoop whoop.
She sounds so full of herself, doesn't she? We're gonna do this at 1.5 and get into this because I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. Let's see. I won't be able to take her at normal speed. She's too condescending for me. Full screen. I don't know if that helps or hurts, but for you guys. But here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another car chat, right? Welcome to another car chat video. I've just finished the gym. I trained upper body today. Whoop whoop. And I thought I would come on here and have a little chat with you guys, have a little run. I did speak about it a little bit on my Instagram stories yesterday, but I wanted to come on here and do a full video just because I feel like it's going to help people. It frustrates me that we are still overcomplicating weight loss and it's just so much of like diet culture.
You're overcomplicating it. You are. And I'll get into why.
Mixed in, and it just makes weight loss so much harder than it needs to be. Weight loss is hard as it is without overcomplicating it. Yeah, this is all.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'll get into why.
Triggered basically by a comment I got. It's not necessarily this particular comment. I have received this comment in a different ways over since I started sharing my weight loss journey on YouTube. I get this quite a lot and I've seen it quite a lot online and it's just quite frustrating. So I just wanted to go for it. It's not
because you're full of yourself, that's why.
Attack on this particular person or anything like that. I won't be sharing who wrote it or anything. It is literally just information and I've just seen so many people say this, if that makes sense, talk about this, and I just wanted to go over.
What was that beep? Was there a beep in that video?
Information, and I've just seen so many people say this, if that makes sense, talk about this, and I just wanted to go over it. So if you're the person who
might have been the door squeaking on my end, sorry guys,
made the comment, please don't take it in like me attacking you or anything like that, because it's not, it's just information and I just wanted to share my opinion on it. But yeah, I will go through the comment and then I'll talk about what I wrote on my story yesterday, just in case you don't follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram, Louise's Journey 2.0 XO.
Do not follow this woman. I can already hear in her tone she's very condescending and full of herself. Do not follow this woman.
I share loads of like my weight loss transformation pictures and I just go on my stories quite a lot. I'm quite active on my stories, so if you ever wonder what I'm doing or whatever, you go on my Instagram, go have a watch of my stories. I'll probably be chatting rubbish on there as well.
Why don't you just shut up? You're already you're making this really annoying and unbearable for everyone else.
Some people don't like.
You drew this video out super long on purpose. I think you just love to hear yourself talk because you think you're so full of it and better than anybody else.
When I talk too much, I've had a few comments on my YouTube channel saying I talk too much. I don't know what you.
I'm glad you get those comments and I hope you keep getting them.
What guys want me to do? Do you want me to just sit here?
Yes, just sit. Don't talk.
Stare at the camera. If you would like someone who doesn't talk on a video, I'm sure there's some people out there. There's some, you know what I mean? This is not the right.
No, you're full of yourself. That's why you hate that comment so much. That's why you hate people saying that.
My channel for you. I talk a lot of rubbish, right? If you like someone that chats a lot of rubbish, just chat. I'm a chatty patty, okay? I am a chatty patty. If you don't like it, then my channel is not for you. But if you do, then make sure you're subscribed and click the bell button.
You're full of yourself. You're full of yourself. It's not the accent. It's just your tone. I can hear it in the tone. Okay?
And if you haven't seen any of my videos before, and this is the first video you're seeing, yes, I'm a chatty patty, but my name is also Louise, and I share my weight loss journey. I used to be 269 pounds, I was morbidly obese, and I lost 120 pounds, and then after maintaining for about a year, I did my first ever bikini competition. I competed in the transformation category, and the bikini...
There you go. There's proof right there, folks. She's full of herself. She loves herself.
...category, and I came first place in the transformation category.
Of course you did. Of course you did, because that's all that matters, isn't it?
And then since show, which was in April of this year, I gained weight to get back to a healthy body.
See? You see this?
Fat. Now I'm just maintaining, building muscle, and yeah, so that's where I'm at now. I share loads of my weight loss tips. I share my what I eat in a day videos. Yeah, I just share my journey and what I learn. You know, I don't know everything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm nothing like that. I just share.
Exactly. You're not. So don't even talk about it. If you want to make videos where you talk, stop putting what I eat in a day videos up. Stop talking about, oh, you can lose weight by doing this.
Share what I learn as I go, and just keep that in mind when you're watching my videos. I'm not professional, do you know what I mean? I don't know everything. I'm still learning. We're all learning together. I'm just sharing.
There you go. That's why you need to know the true way to lose weight. the true way, the only definitive way to lose weight and keep it off. You don't know how to lose weight and keep it off. You're going to regain all of that weight back. You're probably going to be up to 300 pounds by the end of 5 years.
Sharing what I'm learning, do you know what I mean? If you enjoy them kind of videos, just make sure that you click the subscribe button and the bell button so you get a notification when I upload. And if you find any of my videos
Do not subscribe.
helpful, including this one, then I would really appreciate it if you leave a like and a comment. It really helps out the video, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, so this comment.
Of course you do. You're full of yourself. Why else would you freaking compete in that stupid bikini competition? That's all girls ever care about these days, and it's sickening. It's disgusting. It's revolting. They even want guys doing this kind of crap now. I mean, come on. Ugh. My stomach is just doing these. I don't know. I feel all reflexy now just thinking about that. Ugh.
I was saying you can lose weight with just a calorie deficit.
For a time.
Especially if
But some of your videos prove to me that you've slipped. I've looked at some of your titles. It's not as easy to slip on keto, especially if you don't buy the junk or don't live in a house where there is the junk. It's easier on keto. Just saying.
if you got fat by binging on massive amounts of food. However,
Massive amounts of carbs. Carbs.
the body responds to different types of calories in very different ways.
It's not even calories, you dipstick. It is... Because calories are freaking heat. Do I have to be the next Bart K here and explain to you? When I learned what a calorie was in high school, I was like, wait. If a calorie is heat, then why are we tracking food like that and trying to lose weight based on that? In particular, fat. It just doesn't make sense to me.
And while you might be able to get away with it while you are still young, very few people can stay healthy if they consume foods that cause blood sugar spikes.
Guess what? I already had diabetes. I was thin. I had diabetes. Last I remember, I think my sugars were saying about 5.9 when I was eating the standard diet. I think that was the reading I had for my sugar before. Okay? I should call that office, see if they still have my records. I'm curious. But at least so far, I've been able to keep my A1C between like 4.8 and 5.0. I'll have to get tested again. But if I do go carnivore, there's like points where I will go carnivore and I don't feel any effects when my sugar goes down. So I don't think I'm really messing with my A1C that much. Or my blood sugars, because I know when I have a sugar spike because I get the shakes, and it's very rare for me to get the shakes now. Girl, I bet you get the shakes every freaking day. I bet you feel like crap every freaking day. I bet you have to force yourself out of bed. That should not be normal. That shouldn't be normal for anybody to have to force themselves out of bed every day just so they can do their slave workouts and eat their slave diet of like 200 calories a meal.
Spikes and crashes and trigger insulin. This is the whole...
Insulin is a problem. Hyperinsulinemia, yes, that's a problem.
Thing is insulin, right? But we'll come and read the comment. That crashes and trigger insulin. This is the whole thing is insulin, right? But
let me go back.
Calories in very different ways, and while you might be able to get away with it while you are still young, very few people can stay healthy if they consume foods that cause blood sugar spikes and crashes and trigger insulin.
Exactly. But you're still doing it the wrong way.
This is the whole thing is insulin, right? But we'll come and read the comment. That is the body's mechanism. So that is in capital letters. So insulin is the body's mechanism for fat storage.
Exactly. That is right. Do you see animals in the wild sorting out their food, trying to measure it out so that they don't eat too much and gain too much fat? Do you see 500-pound like orangutans. Because orangutans, I think the heaviest they can get is like 200, right? But do you ever see a 500-pound orangutan? Oh no, but it's calories, right? Even though they probably eat just enough to fill them up. They fill up just fine and work off all of that food. They work it all off. And how come we never see 500, 600, 700-pound orangutans?
Insulin and...
There could be 300-pound ones, but I'm talking like, I don't know. Because orangutans can get pretty big, but I think they can only get about 100 to 200 probably. But 500, 600, 700. I know there's like 500-pound gorillas or something like that, right? But no, is it 5? Like, I forget. I'm a little rusty on my primate research.
cortisol are the two fat storage hormones.
There you go. Yep. Bing, 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 bing.
Cortisol is triggered by stress in the body, and it will also cause an insulin response.
Bing, 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 bing.
So that is 2 ways you can cause a spike in insulin.
Bing, 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 bing. I don't know about cortisol and insulin, but yeah. Yeah, that's right.
To be healthy, you have to keep both insulin.
Cortisol and insulin both affect your weight. If your cortisol is too high, you're more likely to be overweight. If your thyroid is too low, you're more than likely to be overweight. If your insulin's too high, you're more than likely to be overweight. And if you have all three, all I had to do was do that in the mic, you guys. I just went
and cortisol low, as well as keeping the blood sugar within a safe range. High blood pressure can be deadly if it gets too high.
Yep.
Diabetes is excessively high blood sugar.
Yep.
The safe range amounts to a total of about half a teaspoon in your entire blood supply.
Exactly. There you go.
The body doesn't need to get even a single solitary molecule of that.
Yes. Exactly. You don't need to take it in externally. You don't.
Tiny amount of sugar from the diet. There is no such thing as an essential carb.
There you go. Yep. This person's got it.
Even though dietary fat has 9 calories per gram and carbs only have 4.
Yep. There you go.
Fat doesn't spike blood sugar or trigger insulin. Therefore,
Yep. This person she's relaying this information from got it down.
fat is not fattening. Carbs do spike the blood sugar. Therefore,
Yes. They're right.
most carbs are, in capital letters, fattening. Fat has the most calories and is least fattening. Carbs are the most fattening, and protein is right in the middle.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
This is what I mean. You're so full of yourself and so condescending. Do I even need to go on? I need to go on.
I will just read what I wrote in response on my story because I shared the comment on my story. Obviously, I crossed out the picture, the name and everything. I'm so fed up of seeing these kind of arguments about insulin. Insulin spikes are normal. It's what your body is supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a protective mechanism, you idiot. You imbecile. You idiot. You dipstick. I can't believe you're still falling for it. I bet you're getting fatter and fatter and fatter as each month goes by, and you wake up every day staring at yourself going, what the heck is wrong with me? Do you not have diabetes going on? Because if your A1C is, even pre-diabetes, if your A1C is 5.7 or above, you're in danger zone, my friend. You're in danger zone.
Unless you have a medical condition like diabetes, you shouldn't be scared of insulin.
You should be scared of your insulin being too freaking high or too freaking low. And because I don't have type 1, I'm not worried about my insulin being too low. My body regulates that. Thank you very much.
This whole insulin stores fat argument is weak because calories in, calories...
Then how do other animals gain weight? I don't see bears going like the ones that live in the forest and eat fruit and stuff, because I don't like bears is kind of a loose term, right? Because I could mean polar bears, right? But I mean regular bears that eat the fruits and things. how do they gain weight? They eat fruit, right? That's how they gain weight for the winter, so they can hibernate and things like that. Do they just eat less fruit when they come out of hibernation? Is that what you're saying? Oh, wait! There's no fruit! Oh! Forgot about that. I did not forget about that.
Out still applies. It doesn't matter whether you are young or...
Oh, shut the freak up! Shut up! Calories in, calories out is the stupidest, weakest, most disgusting, most preposterous argument you could ever make, because humans are not a closed system. Even I know that. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me at the end of the day, because I'm not maintaining my weight simply through a calorie restriction or calorie. Like, I don't gain weight. I could eat a lot more in one day than I could another day. Like, and I'll still stay the same weight. I might lose a couple pounds, but I'm not just maintaining because of my so are you saying, Missy Magoo here, that you want people to be on 1,000 calories of food a day? You can't measure it like that because your metabolism, you need to look up Jason Fong. He's been studying this. You wonder why some days you fall off. Keto, it's not as easy, especially if you decide, okay, I'm going to get rid of these things and we're going to, only limit ourselves to these things. Get rid of the sugars, get rid of the grains, the breads, the potatoes, the root veggies, all that. Just eat above ground veggies and meat. Fatty meat. Very fatty meat. No. Okay, yeah. Let's just eat 200 calories of bread and sweets a day, because apparently they're all the same thing to you.
Old Seco, guys, Seco. Calorie deficits
Shut up.
don't only work if you've got overweight by binging. It applies all the time.
All the time. Shut up.
For every single case, no matter whether you're old or young, right? If you have
You're so freaking full of yourself. I hate your voice. Your tone of voice, that is. Stop talking like this, you piece of garbage. You deserve to have your channel demolished by the keto people. Demolished. You deserve that. Come on. This is ridiculous. Because the keto people will eventually demolish you anyways. Because everybody is going to start going keto, losing that weight, keeping it off. And you're going to be stuck there like, wait, I'm suddenly gaining weight and I'm still only eating 500 calories a day. Let that sink in for a moment, honey. Have you seen The Biggest Loser? I bet you're one of those. One of those big proponents. Have you seen what they've done to people?
excess body fat is because you consistently eat more than you burn.
Yeah, because that's how it works in the jungles, right? That's how the lions gain weight, in particular fat. Oh, wait, are there even any fat lions? I wonder, where are the super extreme morbidly obese lions at? Can somebody point me to one?
And regardless of whether you're overeating sugar or whole foods, it doesn't matter.
It does matter, and it always will. You're so stupid. You are stupid. This is why people are going keto. It's despite you. I think it's despite you, honey. And guess what? I ain't ever going back to the standard way, so you can suck it. I should be overweight by now. I'm in my mid-20s. I'm 26. I am very lightweight. I eat till I'm full. I only eat meat, a small amount of carbs a day, but mostly meat. Mostly. And yogurt, because why not? And guess what? I ain't gained an ounce. I gained 10 pounds when I first started the diet. I've maintained since. So make of that what you will. Louise.
If you want to lose weight, eat less calories or burn more calories through movement. And yes, the body uses...
Movement is not... Look, think about this, Louise. Think about this. What happens if you don't eat enough and then you try to run? If you don't take in enough energy and then you try to do some kind of workout of some type, right? What happens? You get winded super fast. Super fast. Yeah? Are you having that problem lately, Louise? Are you? Look, her channel has XO on the end of it. If that doesn't scream narcissistic, egotistical, and more in love with yourself than anything else, I don't know what does.
Nutrients from calories in different ways. Of course, it's better for your body to eat nutrient-dense foods, and some macros like protein have higher thermic effects of food. However, guess what? SICO still applies.
There's one thing you're forgetting, Missy Magoo, is that fattening things are carbs. And this is justifying your carb addiction. That's all it is. You want to eat chocolate all day, every day. 24/7 is what you want. This is what you want. If only you could, huh? If only you could. You can still eat chocolate though. You can. Yes, but you know what you can't do? Is live on a diet primarily of carbs. If you ever wondered why there are so many people declining so dramatically by the time they get older, it's because they're not eating enough protein, they're not eating enough fat. And at this point, the skin is just not as smooth, it's not as, it doesn't have as much elasticity, it's not as healthy. It's just all floppy and wrinkly and, and their muscles atrophy. Why? Because most of their diet consists of carbs and no protein. You should be eating way more protein, way more, and a lot more fat too. Fat helps your face fill out, helps you look better, feel better. It gives you long-lasting energy. Carbs are instant release and they fizzle out. It's kind of like if you fill up your car but only halfway. That'll give you a good boost for the meantime, but you're not going to have enough to last you. Right? You need fat in the human body, mostly fat and protein, mostly. You should be keeping your carbs anywhere from, I would say, especially if you're still young, and for the most part, and actually for you, Louise, I would say 10 to 20 milligrams rather, of carbs a day. Milligrams? Grams. Yes, it is grams. I'm thinking of something else. 10 to 20 grams of carbs. Max. max. Because if you gain weight that easily, honey, you're already down that path, my friend. You're gonna be a wreck by the time you get to the older ages, like 70, 80. Just saying.
Take someone eating whole foods, no junk, but consistently eating in a surplus, and someone eating all junk foods, but consistently eating in a deficit. Who do you think is going to lose weight?
Neither, I guess. It depends on what the whole foods you're eating are, though, too. If you're eating a lot of starches, you have to eat mostly meat. Okay, Louise, I challenge you for 30 days. Eat a mostly meat diet. Mostly. Eat a tiny amount of carbs. Okay? Maybe meat with a small potato at the end of the day. Small, okay? Because this is a challenge for you. I want you to try it for 30 days. See how you actually feel. Maybe you'll get rid of some of that snarky attitude of yours too. Louise XO. So full of yourself, it's disgusting. It's revolting.
I didn't write this, but obviously the person eating junk food but in a deficit, okay? However, if you could clone yourself and eat a healthy whole foods diet and the other you only eat junk food but both consume the exact amount of calories, even though the calories are the same, you would have two different...
I don't get it. You're starving yourself on a whole foods diet. If you're on any diet, really, you're starving yourself. Think about, because I know you're hungry all the time, Louise. You're thinking about, oh, I want to eat something, but I can't. I already went over with the last meal and had 300 when I was supposed to have 200. It's already not working for you. It's not. It's not. And I love that for you.
Body compositions, because one is clearly going to fuel your body better.
The whole foods diet will. Yes, it will fuel your body better. But you have to make that whole foods diet mostly meat. Maybe a little vegetation. If you want, I would only suggest a small potato if you really still want to keep eating that stuff. But someone with your condition that gains weight really easily, Louise, I wouldn't. I would avoid the potatoes and just eat the veggies, the salads and things like that, if you really still want to eat your veggies. But I think you should eat mostly meat in a small salad. Very small, because someone like you...
But how long can you stick with your diet if you cut out every single junk food or foods that contain sugar?
Three years. Not a single chip went into my mouth. And chips were one of my big go-tos. Big go-tos. Tried 2 weeks. Then I tried 8 itty-bitty teeny tiny ones to test, to see what it was like. My stomach hated me after that. I was like, what kind of response was that after 8 little chips? My stomach was like, bzz, horrific pain. 2 weeks, Louise. 2 weeks. That happened after only 2 weeks. So 3 years since, I have not eaten chips. Not a single piece of bread. Toast with butter or anything. I will eat baked goods, but guess what? Those can wait. You know why? Because they're not the most important thing to me. They're not. I only eat them on very rare occasions now. Like if I'm visiting, hanging out with my family, I might allow myself one little thing, like a small cookie or maybe one bar. Because live a little, right? That is my philosophy. But eating them every day, like not taking them away at all and eating them every day, no. Your body doesn't need those every day. You want them every day, but you don't need them every day. Your body can live without carbs every day. Your body makes sugars from the liver. It's called gluconeogenesis. Look it up. And if I seem condescending, great, because you deserve the condescending tone back, my dear. Yeah, carbs aren't everything. It's mainly, the energy you get is mainly in the fat and the protein and the nutrients that you gain from that. You cannot live every single day of your life without fat and protein, but you could live the rest of your life without a single carb passing your lips. I don't eat a whole heck of a lot of carbs either. The dosages that I take in at the highest is probably about 100 grams a day if I'm like letting myself enjoy a little bit and indulge. It'll be probably about 100 grams. Probably. On a good day. No ill effects from that. Because I know how to measure it. Okay? You don't. Nah.
Oh, wait. It's not about having a perfect diet. It's about having balance and sticking with something you enjoy and can do for the rest of your life.
We'll see about that. Let's see what you're like in 5 years. If YouTube's still around by then, and if the keto people haven't demolished your channel yet.
Your life. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. Also, all carbs are not fattening.
Yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. I've heard of people getting their metabolism is so messed up, they even get fat on veggies. Yep. I lose weight eating veggies because my bowels are like, nope, get them out.
And then I did the eye roll because carbs are not fattening.
They are. How do the animals in the woods get fat? I suppose the squirrels are eating bugs and worms or is it, I don't know. How are deer getting fat? Because I've heard of deer being fatter in the winters and stuff. How are they getting fat? More and more grass? I don't think they can handle that. I think they probably eat more fruits and things before the winter sets in, right? Or am I wrong? Because the deer are often leaner in the summer. From what I've heard. I don't know much about deer, but that's what I've heard. Your argument is disgusting. Humans are no different than any other animal. You're so full of yourself, and it's repulsive.
Too much of them are. The same as too much fat is, or...
Dude, I went through a whole freaking block of butter within a matter of like 2 weeks once, because I literally was eating so little fat at that time. My mind was like... It felt like I was losing my sanity. Like my brain just was not there anymore. Oh, and by the way, I used to have panic attacks, Louise. Guess what? Keto cured that. I don't have panic attacks anymore. If I do, they're induced by something. Or I had too much carbs. Mwah!
Too much protein is fattening. Stop
No, it's not. Why don't you stop being so condescending, you jerk?
being a carbophobe. Carbs are...
Oh, no, new word, carbophobe, people. We're carbphobes. We're carbphobic. Thank you. I love that label. I'll stick to it. And I'll eat my high cholesterol foods because I'm able to clap back with really good remarks without being too harsh on people. So, the demolishing of your channel will happen when the keto lords take over. Overlords? Would that even be the right term? I don't know. When the keto gods take over, your channel will matter no more.
A great source of energy. So yeah, that was my little rant of Monday morning rant over, right? Insulin is your body's natural response to when you have sugar. Unless you actually...
Yeah. But your metabolism's gonna ramp down too. Louise. I'm so full of myself and I love it. I love hearing myself.
You have a medical condition like diabetes, you shouldn't worry about carbs. And also,
Yes, you should. You should always worry about carbs because anyone at any time can get diabetes. Anyone at any time can get diabetes. I'm sure even you have it right now, Louise, and you don't know it yet because it's not showing itself. But I bet you've got depression, anxiety, things like that, and they're all caused by hyperinsulinemia. And what does hyperinsulinemia mean? It means that you're taking in too much sugar. Carbs!
even when someone pointed this out to me as well, who actually has diabetes, that you need carbs, you can't just cut out.
No. You do not need carbs when you're diabetic. That's the last thing you want. What you need to do is, if you're on medications for diabetes, carefully work with an actual doctor who knows what they're doing and lower those carb intakes so that you can take less medications. And if you have type 2, you will eventually be able to hopefully stop them. If you have type 1, you will hopefully have to take less insulin. That's how that works. Who wants to pay $5,000 for a thing of insulin that only lasts you what? A week? Then you have to get another? Nope, not the life for me.
Out all carbs when you're like diabetic, because you need carbs so that you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No. I was pre-diabetic. It was hell. Excuse my terminology, but it was hell coming off my... Whew. But you know what helped? Electrolytes. And fat. That all helped. I lost a lot of water. I came out the other side, and guess what? I couldn't be happier. And I'll stay here forever and ever, because I know that humans are hypercarnivore. We always were, and always will be, for as long as we are on this planet. You can try and trick your body into thinking you are not, but you are.
Go into hypo, whatever it's called. Like, you got hypo. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but when you got hypo and you don't have enough sugar in your bloodstream, you still need...
I wonder why that is. Why is that? Because you took in so much sugar that your insulin's like, whoa. Yep, that's why you have hypo. You wouldn't have that if you never even took any sugar in the first place. Yep, there you go.
You need to maintain a certain level of blood sugar. Like, you can't just cut out all carbs. Like, that's why...
Yeah, you can. I did for 3 years. I eat a very small amount now. Very small. Compared to what I used to eat. And if there's days where I do cut these things out, I no longer get the shakes. I don't have any ill effects. Okay? Sorry, hon. Sorry, but not sorry. Keep living the dream, pal. Keep living the dream.
That's why I'm pretty sure when someone goes hypo, they have like a chocolate bar or something to get their blood sugar up. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. No matter what, even if you're...
You don't even need to eat a full chocolate bar. If it's really, really that bad, a small bit of peanut butter could probably help. And yes, during my really bad transition period, I did have to do that at one point because I just... But guess what? I still made it. I fought through all the cravings. I just used cheese and any leftovers that we had at supper, like any meat leftovers. I used that to keep me going, to keep me full.
Insulin is really spiked high or whatever like that. If you are in a calorie deficit, there's no extra energy for your body to store as fat. So it doesn't really matter. Like, it's still a calorie deficit. It's still calories in, calories out. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God. I hate this. I don't think it's just the accent alone, though, guys. I really think she's condescending and full of herself. Like, just the tone and the way she acts, like just the little after comments and stuff, like, when she goes all low like that.
No matter whether you're old or whether you're young or whether you got overweight by binge eating, loads of food in one sitting, or consistently.
She thinks she knows everything. She really does. It's so disgusting.
Overeating your calories even by a small amount over a long period of time. It doesn't matter. Calorie deficits will always work. If you
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how you are in 5 years, hon.
are not losing weight, it's because you're not eating in a calorie deficit. But regardless of whether it's your hormones that are slowing down your metabolism, your age, or anything like that, if you're not losing weight, you're not in a calorie deficit.
Tell that to Cassie, my friend Cassie, who has hypothyroid and has tried everything. I suggested her trying intermittent fasting. Guess what happened? She gained 30 pounds. She gained 30 pounds eating her normal diet. She's trying really hard now to keep on this keto thing. Guess what? She actually lost some weight. Pants that she tried on before that were loose, that were tight on her, are a little looser now. She's slowly starting to lose it. It's really a problem because she's been on synthetic thyroid for most of her life, so she only made the switch over to a natural thyroid, I think about, what was it, 2 years ago? So, yeah, she's got a long way to go.
The only way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit. It's just frustrating that people just
Oh, and she has diabetes insipidus, so it's not like she can just lose weight, because the medication she has to take for that keeps water. It holds onto water, because if she doesn't take it, she just keeps peeing out and drinking water, peeing out and then drinking water. It's the only thing, and you don't feel good. I've been that dehydrated. I have forgotten to drink water at times. You don't feel good.
to overcomplicate it so much more than what it needs to.
You're overcomplicating it, because you're at the end of the day, you have to look at the calories on everything. You know what all I have to do? You know what I have to do? All I have to do is say, okay, so I've had this amount of carbs, so I don't actually measure my carbs though. You know what I do? I just make sure, like, if I've had one serving of something, I'm like, okay, I better not have another. Sometimes I'll have more. Some days I might have more in a serving than other days, but I might be like, okay, I had a serving of that. I should quit. I shouldn't have any more of that. I'm done for today.
To be weight loss, like I said, is hard enough. Changing.
You have to measure it. You're the one making it more complicated. You have to look at the labels. Oh, this is 500 calories in this one little thing. No, thank you.
In your lifestyle habits that you've built over a long period of time, that you've built in, breaking down like emotional eating, everything that goes into the fact that why you're overweight in the first place.
I'm not against all of these things, like the emotional eating, things like that. But the reason you binge eat is because it's on carbs. Think about what you binge eat on. You can't just binge eat on bacon. I don't see how you could. I mean, I feel like that would be a very rare possibility. And if you do, you get really sick. Whereas binge eating, it's mostly with carbs. Carbs. Think about it. You don't fry up a whole package of bacon and eat the whole gosh dang thing, do you? If you do, you're obviously that malnourished that you needed all that bacon. But Louise, I bet the things you binged on were chocolates and chips. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Come on. Who's cooking up a whole thing of beef and eating it? Who's eaten an entire roast within one sitting? Who has? Could someone show me that? Send me a link to that. I want to see that. Show me a link where somebody's eating a huge thing of roast in one sitting. Just roast. No potatoes, no peas. Just roast. Roast beef.
It's trying to work through that, and stay consistent and building those lifestyle changes and habits over time. That's hard enough as it is without adding in all of this extra stuff by saying you can't have carbs, you can't have sugar, or like...
You shouldn't be eating it every freaking day. Is all there... Look, that's my thing. Don't be eating all of that sugar and all of those carbs every day. Stop eating it every day. Especially in the amounts you're eating. God.
Worrying so much about eating processed foods or sweeteners. Like, I get so many people commenting on my What I Eat in a Day videos saying that my diet is unhealthy because
it is.
Because I eat some processed foods.
It is. There's no argument against that I can come up with as to why it isn't. It is.
Because I eat sweeteners or just having like a normal balanced food. I personally feel like I eat my fruits and vegetables. I'm not scared of any macros. I eat all...
What about meat? You didn't mention meat. Are you vegan? We might have found another vegan, you guys.
My macros, I will include chocolate if I want chocolate, or if I want to take away, I can have it. I can eat anything in moderation without guilt, and for me that is like...
No. You're gonna start gaining weight within the next year or two, and you're gonna be like, wait, I haven't changed anything. I've stuck to this. What's going on? And I love that for you. I can't wait. Your condescending attitude will come firing back at you when you realize just how little you actually know.
Like, healthy. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's healthy to be worried about or feel guilty about eating a certain food or
It is if you keep eating it. You should be worried. Especially if your A1C is above 5.7. Yeah. 5.7 or higher. You should be worried. Yep. You want it around... I think you should have it around like 4.8, 4.9. Yeah, just saying.
Put a moralistic value on food. Like, if I eat food... Say if I eat a pizza, that doesn't make me a bad person. Or that doesn't...
No. But you know what it does make you? Ignorant. Because you don't know what that pizza is going to do in your body. You don't know how it digests. Clearly.
Doesn't make me being bad. Or if I eat a salad, that doesn't mean I'm being good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have any moral value on food, and I just don't think it's a healthy mindset to have. I just don't think it's a good idea to start your weight loss journey out by saying that you can't have certain foods because it's going to...
You shouldn't be eating them every day, is my point. Stop repeating yourself, and I'll stop repeating myself. You condescending piece of crap.
Trigger insulin spikes, and insulin spikes is the reason to cause fat storage, and just trying to overcomplicate it. Like
that, the body is complicated, Louise. Deal with it.
That, because if you're on a calorie deficit, it doesn't matter whether your insulin is high.
It does too. It does. Oh my Lord, the absurdity, the absolute repulsiveness, the voice, the tone. Holy crap.
Because there's not going to be the extra...
You don't even know what you're saying. Stopping all the time.
Calories to store as fat. So if you're on a calorie deficit, you will lose weight, regardless of whether your insulin is high or not.
No, you're not. Nope.
Obviously, that doesn't mean that I'm saying that you can just eat loads of sugar and don't worry about the quality of your food.
That is basically what you're saying. That's basically what you're saying. Just throwing that out there.
Like I said, if you can get two people, one eating only junk food and the other eating healthy whole foods with no junk food at all, obviously one body composition. Your body is going to use them nutrients to fuel your body.
Yeah, but you know what you're going to do if you keep eating less and less and less? On Whole Foods in particular, you're going to get skinnier and skinnier. Do you really want to look like a stick figure by the end of it? If you actually truly... Or you will put on more weight because the body will start ramping down the metabolism in response. Sometimes people have to overeat and try to compensate to lose weight. Sometimes that's what has to happen. Because the body needs to know, like, hey, I need help in getting my getting the organs back up and running. This is going to be very long, you guys, but this girl is just sickening.
Body properly, fuel your workouts properly, and you're going to have a completely different body composition. You're going to be healthier than the person eating only junk food, of course. Like, so that's where I say balance comes in.
No. No. Nope, 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 nope. No, because your philosophy is... Because you're going to fall off a lot easier. You should be strict with your diet for 30 days of whole foods. Strict. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Be strict. Very strict. And then you'll realize. Okay? Just saying.
Because how long can you actually stay on your diet, stick on your diet, without, like, having no sugar, no carbs? People just, like...
I pretty much did it. Right away. I just limited the sugar and ate mostly meat and cheese. That was it. I limited that stuff. I did. That's how I did it. You limit the sugar. You limit it to only like a small serving. Very small. You don't even have to measure it. Just either take 1 or 2 little handfuls or whatever. If it's a bite-sized thing, maybe take 1 or 2, but don't have any more. Don't let yourself have any more. And then just, yeah, that's all you gotta do. Eat mostly meat, balance it out with meat, cheese, things like that. Make sure the diet is mostly meat and cheese with lots of fat. Lots of fat. The meat has to be fatty, the cheese has to be full fat, proper cheese.
To overcomplicate weight loss so much and make it so much harder than what it is. So when people start their weight loss, they think, oh, I have to cut out every single sugar. I have to cut out all my carbs. I can't swap for sweeteners because no, that's really bad for me. That's bad for my gut health. That's going to...
Yes, it is. It is. I don't think my body likes stevia because I like don't feel good after it. Blech. I feel like I'm about to puke or something when I have it.
Give me cancer. I can't have, like, I don't know, processed foods or anything in a packet.
You shouldn't, no. For 90 days. Or if you're at a gathering, just have a small little bit. If they're serving cake, eat a very small amount. That way you're not rude, but, you know, you're still having a little bit, you know. But you should be focusing on the proteins and the fats. Focus most of your diet on that. But some people probably will need to be strict because otherwise they're going to be like, hey, give me like a huge piece. I want a huge piece of that now. Thank you.
And that's already setting yourself up for failure because you're not going to be able to stick to that diet for a very long time. You'll be able to stick to it while you're motivated. But like I say...
No. The freaking deficit is not going to work for you. And you know that. You know that because I know that. I've seen it in the titles of your videos.
Nearly every video, motivation...
I'm sorry, guys. If like I stumble, this is really like the way it echoes back. I don't know if turning it down is going to help me or not, but
is fleeting. You're not going to be motivated all the time, and if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're not going to be able to stick to it.
No one enjoys any diet. I didn't enjoy the keto thing, but I was trying it out. Guess what? At the end of 30 days, I was like, I'm never going back. My panic attacks went away. My anemia, I think, could get better over time. I think over time I could even gain some weight. I went more paleo to try and gain my weight back, but I did gain some weight back. It was slow going. I gained weight, like every 3 months I seemed to put on a couple pounds more. And I've been staying at that weight for ever since, so... Your logic is very flawed, Louise.
To lose weight and keep it off, you need to find something that's sustainable for you and enjoyable. You need to be able to still enjoy your life. So if that
you will enjoy it. You will.
Means that instead of having sugar, you can swap it for sweetener, and that will save you calories and help you get into a calorie deficit.
You can't go by calorie deficit, you piece of crap. You can't. You cannot.
Then do that.
Stop saying it. Stop telling people that. Calorie deficit, human bodies don't work that way.
It's a lot more healthier to lose weight, beat obesity, than it is to keep yo-yo dieting, going on diets, being really strict.
That's what you're basically encouraging, though, is the freaking yo-yo diets. You imbecile.
Losing a bit of weight and then not being able to do it anymore and binging on the food that you've restricted for such a long time, gaining loads of weight back, then going back on a diet, losing weight, and then...
This is what you're promoting. This is what you're doing.
binging again, and that's how people end up gaining more weight.
That is what you're doing. That is what you're doing. You're so freaking full of yourself. So freaking ignorant. You are disgusting. The condescending tone is just ugh.
Then they've lost and ended up bigger.
You make me want to puke all over you. Holy crap, you're disgusting.
In a few years later than what they did when they started, and it's just frustrating because this is the cycle, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I can just see it.
Have you tried low carb? Have you tried it? Have you tried it? Have you tried it? I don't think you tried it, honey. I think you should give it 3 months before you jump to conclusions there, Missy Magoo.
Like, this is what causes people to have like EDs when they try starting to lose weight and stuff, because it's just they feel...
I looked up the word imbecile, by the way. I didn't see anything on it being a slur. So if someone wants to say it's a slur, you're on the wrong planet.
They feel like they can't have foods, or they put a moral value on food, like that's bad, that's good. No, there's nutrient-dense foods that are better for your body, that will fuel your body. But then you've got, and yeah, there's foods that are not as nutritionally dense, but they are nice and they help you feel good.
Does that justify it? Does that really justify it for you? They help you feel good. Yeah, they help you feel full of yourself and get you this condescending attitude. Because that's what's more important, right? What's more important is feeling happy and feeling like, I don't know, this is not going to work for you. It isn't. It already isn't. So, and I love that for you.
And
karma.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they taste good and they're like fun foods. Do you know what
You shouldn't be having fun foods every day. Grow up and eat your gosh dang meat.
I mean? And you can still include them in your diet, just in moderation. And
nothing works like that. The human body needs fat and protein. We are hypercarnivores. Live with it. Oh, the Neanderthals are like, I can feel their energy. I can feel their spirits above me going, they're all screaming at you like, what is wrong with you?
And that's the key, is like moderation. I'm not telling anyone to only eat like sugar or only eat carbs or simple carbs. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying only eat that, but I'm saying it is okay to have a chocolate bar. Even if you wanted a chocolate bar every single day, you can...
No, never do that. Only have a chocolate bar on occasion. The very, very rare occasion. Very, very rare. Okay? Stop making it an everyday thing. Eat mostly meat. Eat a little vegetation. Keep your diet to that mostly. Okay? That is what humans are meant to live on. Don't agree with me? Fine. But you can't keep going around telling other people to try everything else when clearly it's not even working for you.
Still lose weight by having one chocolate bar every single day. As long as you're focusing on eating balanced, healthy meals throughout the rest of the day, you're going to be healthy. Or that one chocolate bar isn't going to kill you. Adding sweetener instead of sugar to help you get into a calorie deficit to lose weight.
You want to get back into those bikini competitions, don't you? That's what you want. Just proved my point.
It's not going to like make you unhealthy. Can you do this for the rest of your life and be realistic? Because people that just like have to cut out all sugar, cut out...
That's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying stop treating your diet, stop treating yourself like you're a little kid, okay? Like, grow up. Grow up. We're not supposed to eat sweet every day. We're not supposed to. We're not really supposed to. You're telling us to eat a whole bunch of bread and carbs and sweet stuff every day. Pizzas and things like that. You're eating kids' food. Stop. Just eat your freaking meat and eat your freaking veggies. If you want to eat veggies, that is. And I probably sound like, well, I should stop the kombucha then. Well, I'm trying to keep my weight up because I actually have an issue with gaining weight. So,
all carbs, cut out any food group. How long
The food group is a whole load of malarkey.
Can you actually do that for? You restrict yourself from it, especially if you like the food. If you don't really like carbs and you like to do keto and you can stick to that and do that for the rest of your life and that works for you, that's fine. That is completely fine. It's about finding what works for you, what you enjoy, and what you can do for the rest of your life. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. And that's the thing with weight loss, is you need to be consistent at it, and you can't be consistent.
You won't be consistent. That's the thing. You'll keep doing this and you'll realize, oh crap, I'm gaining the weight back. What the heck?
At something that you don't enjoy, that it makes you feel miserable.
Because your body eventually compensates for the calorie deficit. Because the body doesn't work like that.
And then what happens a lot of the time is when people cut out certain food groups is that they eventually give in, lose that motivation and have that food. And because they've restricted themselves from that food, they end up binging on it and then feeling guilty after, then restricting it again and then binging on it again. And then it's a cycle and then they end up developing EDs. And then...
You're endorsing that though. You are.
They're the ones that will turn around and say that health at every size, diets make you bigger, and all that kind of stuff. Do you see what I'm getting at? This is why it's frustrating for me, because I feel like we can lose weight and keep it off and be healthy, but all of this extra stuff to overcomplicate it is just so...
I don't have an ED personality. Maybe some people think I do, but I really don't. I have gut problems is what I have, okay? I actually do. If you lived with me, you'd know what I mean.
So unnecessary, and it just makes the problem worse. Carbs are not fattening.
They are. They definitely are. But
too much carbs are fattening. A chocolate bar is not fattening.
Yes, it is. It can be. Even like for the really overweight people, I would avoid the chocolate bars. Just saying.
It's too much chocolate bars is fattening. Do you know what I mean?
For a few months at least, until you got your diet under control for the most part. Then slowly start to, maybe try a small bite of something. But you have to watch yourself. You have to really take note of how you're, you have to be more self-conscious.
I mean, like, fat is not fattening.
No, it's not. Too much fat is not fattening. You know why? Because you can't eat too much. I mean, you could, but then you'll probably puke because the gallbladder's like, whoa!
Much fat is fattening. It's easier to overeat on fat than it is to overeat on protein because...
No, it's not! Now she's just talking out of her head. What the heck?
Fat is 9 calories per gram, so it's a higher calorie dense food.
I should be huge by now with your logic. Holy crap!
That's why when foods are reduced in calories, they tend to be reduced in fat, just so that it makes it a lower calorie food. Do you know what I mean? Lower calorie, high volume foods. But yeah, if you want to lose weight, don't worry about all...
I can't even listen to this anymore. This is insanity. Oh my lord, It's so stupid, it's laughable. Wow.
With these minor little things, just focus on having balanced meals, have protein and fiber with your carbs, eat lots of fruits, eat lots of veggies, focus on a high volume, low calorie dense foods just to keep you full.
I might change my scheduled upload times, by the way, you guys. Just because I don't know. But we'll see.
Find an exercise that you enjoy and find a way of eating that you enjoy. Make those lower calorie food swaps. Do one small thing at a time and don't just overwhelm yourself by trying to be perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. It's about being consistent and just sticking at what you're doing.
I hate this low calorie bullcrap. I can't.
And maybe after you've lost the weight or whilst you're losing weight over a time, then you can worry about those little things, but don't try to fly before you can walk or run before you can walk. Do you know what the saying is? I don't know. Count your calories. I find
she doesn't have enough fat in her brain to remember the whole saying. To be fair, I don't quite remember the saying either, because I don't usually use it, but she doesn't even remember that. She's stumbling. I love it.
Find that one of the best ways to lose weight, because then you actually know what you're eating and you can work with that. If you count your calories and you're not losing weight, you know you can reduce some calories. And
no, that would no, just no. Do you really want your body to start getting fatter on 200 calories a day? Do you really want your body? You're going to be so malnourished. You're going to die of a brain bleed or something because of how malnourished you. By your logic, you're going to get fat on 1,000 calories, then you're going to reduce it to 800, then you're going to reduce it to 600, then 400, then 200. You soon won't be able to eat a thing. And then you're going to die of a brain bleed from your malnourishment. It is horrific to think that this is your logic. It's horrific. You know what? If you really want to lose weight fast, do a 3-day water fast or something. I don't know. Drink or add some unsweetened electrolytes, something. Drink broth or something. I don't know.
Start losing weight, or if you count your calories and then you start losing too much weight, you know.
I wouldn't recommend that, but try it, I guess. Because you don't want refeeding syndrome to take place, right? Just don't do a dry fast. I would not recommend that. Don't do that.
You have a baseline basically to work with when you count your calories, and you learn so much about food and portion sizes.
Oh, this girl's disgusting. She just keeps going on.
And the macros in your food and all that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend counting your calories. You don't have to count your calories, especially the bigger you are. Like I always say, the bigger you are, the more weight you have to lose, the easier it is to actually make smaller changes and lose weight. The more you will lose by just making simple swaps. So obviously just find what works for you. Don't overcomplicate it. Weight loss, like I said, is hard enough as it is. We don't need to be overcomplicating it. I just want everyone who wants to lose weight and keep it off and not develop EDs or
You will develop an ED with your logic, because soon you won't be able to eat anything. You could just eat a simple chocolate bar and be like, shoot, I gained 20 pounds. How is that possible? It's possible because you've messed up your body so much. You're gonna die from your malnourishment eventually because you're not taking in enough nourishment. You can't live like this forever, eating less and less and less.
orthorexia, which is where you literally feel like you can't eat certain foods and foods are bad.
There are people like that who actually physically can't eat certain foods. You're lumping all of us in the same category. I hate that.
And you're scared of certain.
Just because I'm keto, I'm automatically orthorexic, is basically what she's saying.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to be healthy, and that's not just physically healthy, that's mentally, holistically, socially. Do you know what I mean? It's holistic health, right? You need to be able to go out with your friends for a meal without worrying about eating something processed, or
Oh my God. Are you ever going to shut up?
without worried about, does something have sugar in it, or is there carbs, or is it cooked in this or that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, see, the only thing I don't eat is a lot of veggies. I don't worry so much if it's meat. I just, but veggies I can't eat a lot of because of my bowel issue. But no, I'm automatically orthorexic, okay.
just feel like, let's just have balance, right? Balance is okay. We're allowed to have little things here and there of like unhealthy, bad foods or whatever you want to call it. Nothing's bad. I know. Before I go.
Oh, and apparently I should be drinking Mountain Dew and stuff every day too, even though I hate pop. I hate pop. Which is kind of funny because I love kombucha, but no. Okay, no, but I'm orthorexic. Okay.
Oh, and it's like,
just because I don't want my blood sugar to spike, and I don't want to have huge spikes in my anxiety and just out of the blue panic attack. Yeah, no, okay, I'm orthorexic automatically. Cool.
This as well, like I hate hearing when people say this is clean and this is dirty.
It is. Your ideologies are just awful. Guys, stop following this woman.
Unless you dropped it on the floor, it ain't dirty, and unless it's been washed in a washing machine, it ain't clean.
Oh, honey. Your brain. Oh. How was that low-fat diet working for you?
Right? It's just a weird thing for me, right? And everyone has a different opinion on what is clean and what is dirty. Do you know what I mean? It all depends on who you ask. So, yeah. But yeah, I hope that my little rant was entertaining or something for you. I enjoyed chatting with you guys and just getting it off my chest. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did.
Getting it out of your chest. Is that what you said? I gotta go back.
Something for you. I enjoyed chatting with you guys and just getting it off my chest. But yeah.
Getting that off my... Okay.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you leave a like. And yeah, this is to health. Comment down below a little love heart because health is wealth. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
You're so juvenile in all the wrong ways. Guys, I am so sorry. I had to put you through that, but I had to do a video on it because I haven't seen anyone else react to it. I'm sorry this was so long. She drives me up the wall. I want to freaking puke all over her. She's so bad. I'm so sorry, you guys. But you know what? We're through it. And yeah. So I will see you in the next reaction probably. And yeah. Bye, guys.